This is Mitchell Johnson, back live from newly named Russ Dam Half Court. Today we have the Sauk Valley Skyhawks versus the Southeastern Iowa Community College Blackhawks. Both teams have started off the season similarly, with the Skyhawks being 4-4, having a 50% so far in the season, with the Blackhawks being 4-5, just under 50%. Should be an evenly matched game today. Skyhawks so far on a little bit of a run of their own, 3 games in a row, as P.J. Young will fire a 3 and hit his first shot of the game to start off with an early lead for the Skyhawks. Leading scorer for the Skyhawks is number 4, Carlos Perez, with number 11, side blot, and closely in second place with almost 10.5 a game. For the Blackhawks, however, though, they have 2 very dominant scorers, with number 5, Jaleel Donnelly, being their leading scorer at 14 points a game, and Jacob Franklin being a close second with 13.7 points per game. First shot by the Blackhawks is off. They're going to say J.P. Schilling stepped out of bounds down low, and it's going to go back to the Blackhawks. Skyhawks are sticking in their 3-2 zone that they've been liking so far this season. It's been effective so far, making their opponents average only 60 points a game about. Fight for a rebound, and Carlos Perez is going to come up with it and dribble it back across half court. J.P. Schilling's going to lead his offense right here. Give out to P.J. Young. A little bit of motion style to P.J. Young. He'll pump fake, drive in, and his layup's going to be off though. Fight for rebound, and Jermaine Jones is going to dive on the floor, and it's going to be a last off him. Blackhawks staying against their offense. Missed the open guy down low in the short corner. They're going to fire around, getting the Skyhawk defenders on their feet on the 3-2 zone. Number 3, Prophet Fields, is going to take a mid-range, and his shot's going to be off. And Jermaine Jones is going to get the rebound. Carlos Perez is going to get a nice little giant fake, and down low Jermaine Jones, who's going to miss the first layup, get his own rebound, and miss the second, but P.J. Young will get the ball and give it out to J.P. Schilling, who will hit his first 3 of the game. And that's going to be a timeout by the Blackhawks there, early timeout by them. Coach not happy with the effort down low on the offensive glass. That is 4 offensive rebounds so far in the game with just 2 minutes in the game. Skyhawks off to an early lead, 6-0, with a 3 from P.J. Young and a following 3 from J.P. Schilling. Blackhawks have yet to get on the board. Blackhawks doing a good job with ball movement, passing around. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. 7 seconds left. Blackhawks got away with a bit of a travel there. They're going to have to take a contested mid-range, and that one's going to be off. And Jermaine Jones is going to fight for a rebound and get fouled during it. Sub coming in for the Blackhawks as number 1, Isaiah Heitzen. Blackhawks is sticking in a man-styled offense. Carlos Perez is going to take a nice little fadeaway. Fight for a rebound. Blackhawks almost gave up another offensive rebound there. JP Schilling gets a steal here. He's going to get it to Carlos Perez. He's going to fire off a quick three, and that one for him is going to be good. 9-0 lead now for the Skyhawks. Blackhawks trying to get it down low, and there's going to be a foul on New Kuch right here. Push him a little too much in the back. Couple subs coming in for Skyhawks. Coach A.J. Sharp likes to run a fast rotation, keep his players as fresh as possible throughout these long 20-minute halves. Noble sub coming in for the Skyhawks. Boots Perkins, who's going to come in for JP Schilling. He's their backup point guard and will most likely be getting the ball for the Skyhawks to start their offense when they get the ball back. Skyhawks shut down the inbounds play. Are able to get set back into their defense here. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Drive here, and there's going to be first points on the board for Blackhawks off of mid-range. Jermaine Jones is going to get it down low, but it's going to be able to get his footing. But he'll throw it off the hands of a defender, so it's going to remain Skyhawk ball down at the other end. Sub coming in for Southeastern. That's going to be number 11. Mr. Trayvon Krumel. Skyhawks going to pull up another three. That one's going to be off. That's a miss by number 21, Mal Boff. That's going to be a foul and one here for the Blackhawks, now starting over on their own. If he makes this, that'll be a 5-0 run for the Blackhawks here. Free throw for number 1, Isaiah Heisen is good. 5-0 run for the Blackhawks here. Skyhawks still in the lead though by 4. Carlos Perez is going to get down low. He might go back to his nice little fadeaway that he likes. He'll take a step through. Fight for a rebound. And they're going to get an offensive rebound down low for the second chance point. Skyhawks right now absolutely dominating the offensive glass. It's going to be a foul call down low. That one's going to be on number 13 for the Skyhawks, Anoop Kucha. That's 2 early fouls for him. He's going to need to sit down to stay out of foul trouble. Skyhawks have to dig a little bit deeper into their bench today without one of their starting forwards, Ed Wiggins, who is out tonight. Good block by Skyhawks there, but good recovery. They'll pull up a mid-range, and that one's going to be off, and Quay Andrews is going to get the rebounds for them. PJ Young's going to fire a quick corner 3, and that one's going to be off. Blackhawks trying to get it down low into this 3-2 zone. Skyhawks do have the height, a noticeable height advantage down low though. They'll give up a 3, and that one's going to be off. Carlos Perez is going to end up with the rebound. Couple more subs coming back in for the Skyhawks here off that turnover from Boots Perkins. Just put a little too much on that pass, a little too far away to get back to Quay Andrews. JP Schilling's back in for the Skyhawks. He's one of their main defensive factors so far this year, averaging almost 2 steals a game. That shot's going to be off there by the Blackhawks. Skyhawks running into their sets. Boots Perkins is going to take a 3. That one's going to be off. JP Schilling's going to get another steal here, it looks like. That's going to be his second steal so far of the night. Again, he is a huge defensive factor for them as Quay Andrews is going to get an open 3 and knock that one down. Skyhawks off to a 9-point lead here in the first half. That's been a team effort so far in scoring, while JP Schilling has definitely been the main defensive factor here on the defensive end for them. And Blackhawks are going to get a nice little layup there by Isaiah Heisen. Jermaine Jones is going to be left open at the 3-point line. Quay Andrews is going to take a shot at the 3-point line now, and he's going to be off. Good defensive possession there by Jermaine Jones to cause turnover there. Skyhawks, strong defensive presence so far tonight. Quay Andrews is going to drive. He's going to think about the fadeaway, but give it back up to Boots Perkins. He's going to go for a reverse layup, and that's going to be off. But PJ Young's going to get that offensive rebound for them. Another offensive rebound here for the Sauk Valley. Jermaine Jones is going to take a nice little mid-range, and that one's going to be off. Blackhawks going to get a nice little mid-range, but that one's going to be off for them. Jermaine Jones is going to fight down low, and there's going to be a blocking foul called down low. It's going to be 2 shots for him at the line. First free throw there by Jermaine Jones is off to extend to an 8-point lead. Coach AJ Sharp for Skyhawks having all his players fast. Blackhawks are usually a heavy transition team. Seems like that was definitely brought up in the scouting report for the Sauk Valley. A little confusion here by the Blackhawks saying it's their offense. They look a little discombobulated. Blackhawks are going to apply a little pressure here at full court, almost getting a steal off of JP Schilling. as he's going to drive here and get tipped down low. Coach not happy with that out of bounds call, saying it was obviously tipped. From this angle, it looks like it definitely was, but officials seem to agree and say that it's going to be Blackhawk ball again. It's going to be a foul here on JP Schilling to stop an easy mid-range shot. He'll go to the line for 2 here for the Blackhawks. First free throw here for number 2, Jacob Franklin, is good. He's their second leading scorer so far this season again, averaging almost 14 a game. Second one for him is good. Blackhawks here are going on a little bit of a run of their own, bringing the lead back down to 4. It was once up to 9. JP Schilling's going to get a nice little backdoor cut and hit his mid-range floater to hopefully stop the momentum that the Blackhawks have gained. Lead goes back up to 6 here. It's going to be a foul call down low. That's going to be on number 32, Falud Diam from the Blackhawks. JP Schiller's going to get ripped here, and he's going to dive for the ball, but he's going to give it up back to Carlos Perez. Fast break here, opportunity for him, and he's going to get a hard foul down below, and he'll go back to the line for 2. First free throw for Carlos Perez is good. 2 subs coming in for Skyhawks, Jermaine Jones and PJ Young. Strong three-point shooter in PJ Young and a strong defender down low for Jermaine Jones. And Perez's second free throw is good to bring the lead back up to 8. Skyhawks starting to slowly pull away again here. Fight down low, JP Schilling's going to get his 3rd steal of the night there. Good hands by JP Schilling to recognize the need for a double down low. Nice pass there by Jermaine Jones to Carlos Perez on the easy backdoor cut for an easy layup for Sauk Valley. That's going to bring the lead back up to double digits for a 10-point lead for them. Shot there is off. JP Schilling's going to drive in, pick up his pass a little too early, but they're going to call a travel there on him. Blackhawks bringing in, try and get back into the nail so they can do a little bit of nail short corner action. But so far, Sauk Valley has been letting them do it and it has not been working for the Blackhawks. They're going to take a step back three, and they're going to call a foul down low on Quay Andrews. It's going to be Quay Andrews' first foul of the night. Shot again is off for Blackhawks there, but there's going to be a nice little tip in to cut the lead back down to 8. Carlos Perez is going to take a long three, and he's going to bomb that one out, bring the lead back up to 11. It has been all Skyhawks so far in this first half on offense and defense. Only 13 points scored for the Blackhawks in 7.5 minutes left to go in the game. There's another steal. PJ Young is going to have an opportunity to do something fancy here, but he'll just lay it in. That's going to be tipped, and that's going to stay down here. No, they're going to overturn it and say it's going back towards the Skyhawks. Little confusion here, but they're saying it's going back towards the Skyhawks. Carlos Perez is going to take a step back three. He's feeling hot so far. PJ Young's going to come up with another offensive rebound and take a mid-range. Malbath is going to get hit on it, but it's going to be tipped back to a Blackhawk. And there's going to be a foul down low. That's going to be on Malbath. First one's going to rattle in here for Southeastern. At the line is number 13 for them, Kelly Thomas. Second one for him is good. Still a double-digit lead here for Sauk Valley. 6.5 minutes left to go in the half. Someone needs to go get the ball here from JP Shelton. PJ Young is going to pick it back up. Blackhawks have transitioned into a 3-2 zone of their self, and they're going to say Carlos Perez stepped out of bounds there. Southeastern's going to switch up their defense a little bit, see if they can take one out of Sauk Valley's playbook and copy their style of zone. And they're going to call a foul down low here again. They're going to say that's on 21 again. Malbot. That's his third foul so far of the half. He's getting a little bit of foul trouble as he'll go take a seat. His free throw is off for the 1-1. Sauk Valley's going to slow it back down. Good high-low action here for Sauk Valley. Boots Perkins is going to pick up a three and nail that one down. 14-point lead back up for Sauk Valley. Good defense there by Quay Andrews to get a shot. Bruce Perkins is going to drive back up the floor to Carlos Perez. His pass, though, is going to be tipped, and PJ Young is going to pick it back up. And he'll get a nice little easy layup there to extend the lead. Now it's a 16-point lead for the Skyhawks. Blackhawks going to call their second timeout so far of the game, as Sauk Valley has broken that 3-2 zone by them very fast. Leading scorer so far in the game is number 4 for the Skyhawks, Carlos Perez. He has 10 points already, having almost a third of the Skyhawk points so far. But so far overall, it has been mostly a defensive game for the Sauk Valley Skyhawks. JP Schilling has 3 steals and has been their main defensive factor so far tonight. Down low mostly has been Jermaine Jones, but they are also in foul trouble with their backup center, Mal Both, having 3 fouls so far. Anu Kucha, who is their starting center of the night, has 2 fouls, and there's still 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Southeastern's going to start with the ball here off the timeout. 5 minutes left to go in the half. Sauk Valley still in a 3-2 style zone. Southeastern almost broke it right there and almost got an easy layup, but Boots Perkins is going to foul him to prevent that. That'll send Southeastern back to the line. First free throw here for number 3, Prophet Fields, is going to be good. His second free throw is going to be good. Blackhawks have switched into a full style sort of defense. That's going to be a wild pass here by number 3, Quay Andrews, and that's going to go out of bounds. Southeastern had an opportunity for a 3 here, but Jermaine Jones put an early fake on that, or jump on that to stop it. They're going to drive back down low. Good defense here by Boots Perkins, but that is good defense, but better offense right there. Good move by Blackhawks to score there. Cy Blott is down in the game for the Skyhawks too. He is their second leading scorer of the game. Carlos Perez is going to put up a floater, miss, but he's going to get his own rebound for an easy 2 points. Good defense there by Cy Blott to stop the drive, but Blackhawks, correction, are going to get an open 3 out of it still. Boots Perkins is going to drive and get swatted down low. He lost his footing and got set for an easy block down low. Coming in for Skyhawks is going to be number 13, Newt Kucha, and number 12, PJ Young. Blackhawks here on the run by themselves, and they're going to say it's a charge down low here on Jermaine Jones. They're going to call him on the moving screen down low. Coming in for Sauk Valley here now is going to be number 10, Joseph Dang Luth. Little wild pass there, and that's going. They're going to call us. They're going to say that's Sky or Blackhawk ball correction. Coach AJ Sharp arguing with officials, but call is not going to be overturned. "14 seconds left to go on the shot clock here for Southeastern. They'll have a little bit of time. They're going to get a wide open three, and Bruce Perkins is going to pull in that mystery for a rebound. New Kucha's going to drive, and they're going to call a foul there. He's going to go line for two. First free throw here for a New Kucha, just barely rims out. JP Schilling's going to come back in for the Skyhawks. Defensive pressure coming back in for the Skyhawks. Second free throw by New Kucha is going to be off, but Joseph Dang Luth is going to pull in the offensive rebound and try to fight for a position down low. Carlos Perez is going to take it himself, and they're going to call a travel here on him. Blackhawk passing around. They've really been on it here now on offense. That one's going to be way off for them, though. Carlos Perez is going to go on one-on-three fast break, and he's going to put in a tough layup. He's up to 14 so far tonight, above his average, per game average, and it's not even done with the first half yet. Wade Andrews is going to get a nice little swat down low to stop. Carlos Perez is putting up another three-pointer. But that one's going to be off. Strong contact here by Joseph Dang Luth. They're going to call a foul on him, though. And they're calling a tech here on number 10, Joseph Dang Luth, saying him after the whistle. Little argument here at the officials table. Sauk Valley not happy with that technical foul here on Joseph Dang Luth. Officials saying that he had plenty of time after the whistle was called to avert his body to stop the contact. Both free throws here are good. And they're going to get another 2 free throws here off of the shooting foul. Big momentum changer here potentially for the Blackhawks, as this could be a 4-point swing right here if both free throws are made. First free throw here for Prophet Fields is off. His second free throw is good, though, bringing it back to a 10-point game. Blackhawks going back into their full court style trap. And that's going to be easily broken here. Carlos Perez is going to take it. Swing to Quay Andrews. She's going to fire three, and that one's going to be way over and be an air ball. Fires to the court, and he's not going to be able to quite get a hand on it. Turnover here for the Blackhawks. Bruce Perkins is going to get the ball in here for the Skyhawks. And they'll easily break this trap as Carlos Perez gets it back across half court. "12 seconds left on the shot clock. JP Schiller's going to get down low and go for a nice little turn. And they're going to call a foul here on. Well, no, they're just going to say it goes out of bounds here off number 22 for Sauk Valley, Nate Furl. Minute left to go in the first half. Skyhawks still up by 10. Both teams are getting an opportunity here to put a shot up. And that's going to be an easy layup down low here for the Blackhawks. "16 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Carlos Perez is going to fire off the mid-range, but that one's going to be way short. Fast break opportunity here. Good fast break opportunity here. And that one's going to be off here for Quay Andrews. That was a 4-on-2 fast break opportunity, and they're going to get the stop. And they're going to call a foul here on Boots Perkins down low. Blackhawks will go back to the line for two. First free throw here for Jacob Franklin is off. He is their second leading scorer of the year, but with averaging almost 14 points a game, he's at half of it right now with 7. This free throw will make it 8 if he makes it. And that one's going to be good. That'll bring the lead back to 7. Skyhawks here with an opportunity to score. 5 seconds left to go in the half. 3 seconds. Carlos Perez is going to put up a high layup, and that one's going to go off the glass. And that'll be the end of the first half. Skyhawks retaining the lead and survive a low run here by Blackhawks. They're going to be up 9 points with the score being 37-28. Blackhawks went on a massive run here to end the first half. The lead was 16, and now it's back down to 9. We're going to take a short break here during halftime and be back during the second half. And we are back live from Russ Dam off court. This is Mitchell Johnson with the second half of the Sauk Valley Skyhawks versus the Southeastern Iowa Community College Blackhawks. So far, it's been a back and forth game a little bit. Skyhawks took off with an early lead and was able to push out the lead to 16, but the Blackhawks went on a bit of a run to end the first half. That cuts the lead back down to 9 now. Leading scorer for the game so far is number 4, Carlos Perez from the Skyhawks. He usually averages 11 points per game, and he's already at 16, and we are just entering the second half. Blackhawks taking some time getting back on the floor. Southeastern's also going to start with the ball here in the second half. Their first shot, low fall here for Southeastern. Skyhawks passing around, good ball movement so far by them. They're going to get down to Carlos Perez. Nice pass by Anu Kucha down low to Carlos Perez. Beautifully set up there for an easy layup. Little fumbling here from the Blackhawks. 9 seconds left to go on the shot clock. They're going to have to get up a shot soon. 5 seconds. Here's their shot. And that's going to go over top the backboard. Go back to the Skyhawks here. PJ Young's going to drive in. He's not going to get it. Jermaine Jones fumbles with the ball. New Kucha gets it back down low, and he'll hit a nice little up and under layup there to bring the lead back up to double digits at 11. Skyhawks still in their 3-2 zone, which the Blackhawks seem to be able to break during the end of the first half. Not working so far here in the second half, however. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. They're going to have to get something up here. Shots up, and that one's going to be off there. JP Schilling's going to drive up the floor. And Jermaine Jones is going to get an easy dunk down low. That dunk here by Jermaine Jones is going to bring the lead back up to 13 here for Sauk Valley. It's going to be tipped back out, but it's going to stay down here with the Blackhawks. Blackhawks going to get a 3 here out of the inbounds play, and that's going to be off. PJ Young's going to get a shot here for a 3, and that's going to be off. That shot down low is going to be off for the Blackhawks. JP Schilling pushing the ball out here in transition. And he's going to go up here for a nice reverse lay. And Jermaine Jones is going to pick up the offensive rebound here and get a nice little tip in. Lead back up to 15 here for the Skyhawks. They're on a nice little run here, start the first half. And they're going to call a charge here. A new Kucha's getting fired off of that call. So going back towards the Skyhawks here on offense. They have a chance here to get the largest lead in the game with a 15-point lead currently, but they have an opportunity to get a 17-point lead. Largest lead so far was 16 with about 4 minutes left to go in the first half. And then the Blackhawks went on their nice little run to end that half. Skyhawks really looking to get down low. Boots Perkins is going to fire a three, and that one's going bottom in to extend the lead to 18. Largest lead of the game now here for both teams. Cross-court pass here. Get down low, try to get some short corner, high-low action. Good defensive possession here by Skyhawks. But good ball movement so far from the Blackhawks. 3 seconds on the shot clock. They'll have to force up a three there. And that one will go down. Even though they got a three out of it, that was a good defensive possession there for the Skyhawks. Making them take a tough three off a catch and shoot. Boots Perkins is going to get a wide open three here, and that one's going to be off. New Kucha's going to get it down low and try to hit a fadeaway, but his shot's going to be off. Quay Andrews and JP Shilling's going to pick up ball. It's going to be a foul here on New Kucha. Coach AJ Sharp getting a New Kucha some encouragement as he's been in foul trouble all game. He'll pick up his third foul here as number 12 for Southeastern, Calvin Ebby, will go to the line for two. His first free throw here is off. Second free throw for him is good. It makes it a 14-point lead now for the Skyhawks. Good press breaker here for the Skyhawks as JP Shoney is going to drive it up. Boots Perkins is going to take a quick three. As number 10 here for the Skyhawks, Joseph Dang Luth is going to get an offensive rebound and get a nice little putback. Coach AJ Sharp's going to take his first time out of the game here. Nice little run here for the Skyhawks to bring the lead back up to 16. They brought up to 18 at one point. So it is not the largest lead of the game, but it's now the second largest lead of the game. They've got a nice little run. They've been cooking so far offensively and defensively still in their 3-2 zone. Blackhawks, however, have still been stagnant on offense here after their little run late in the first half. But coming out in the second half has been stagnant on offense and have been giving up easy buckets down low on defense. They'll definitely need to get a change if they want to climb their way slowly back into this game. Blackhawks going to start the ball coming out of the timeout here. Sauk Valley sticking in their 3-2 zone here. A little bit of a hybrid to help stop the short core and nail action that Southeastern has been trying to do all game. Deflection here by PJ Young. And that's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay here with the Blackhawks. 7 seconds left to go on the shot clock here for them. So they're going to have to get the ball in fast and fire it off. 6 seconds. 4 seconds. There's the shot there. And that's going to be off as Joseph Dangluth is going to pick up the ball down low. JP Schilling line it up for his team. Boots Perkins is going to take a 3 here, but he's going to get his own offensive rebound, and he'll get in for a nice little easy layup down low. Skyhawks still applying strong defensive pressure in their zone. PJ Young gets another deflection here that'll deflect out of bounds. He's had good hands and hustle tonight on the defensive end. Nukucha's going to get a nice little block there, but he's not happy with that call. Nukucha's going to come back out again. First free throw is off, but that is going to be a Nukucha's 4th foul in the game as Mal Both comes back in for him. Honestly, a Nukucha's lucky that he didn't get a technical call on him there off of his reaction from the foul call. Officials did not seem happy with it. Jermaine Jones is going to get an offensive board here, and is not going to be able to get it, but that's going to go out of bounds off the Blackhawks, so Skyhawks are going to get another chance. Boots Perkins is going to line up a 3 here off the inbounds, and that one's going to be off. His shot has not been hitting so far tonight. A little bit of a shooter slump, it seems. And they're going to call a foul here on Mal Both down low. So he did not give him room to land. That's going to be Mal Both's 4th foul of the game. A lot of foul trouble here for Sauk Valley down low with the Nukucha and Mal Both, 2 of their main centers that they like to use. And deep foul trouble. Skyhawks going to have to dig even more into their bench here now, as they are still missing one of their star forwards, Ed Wiggins, tonight. Second free throw here for Prophet Fields is good. JP Schilling getting double teamed in the backcourt, but is going to be able to pick it back up and get over half court. Seems like Southeastern has converted back into their zone. PJ Young's shot is going to be off, and Jermaine Jones is going to fire up a shot and hit the rim to stop the shot clock violation, but his shot's going to be off. Good ball movement here by Blackhawks. Good block here by Jermaine Jones to stop the easy layup. A little bit of opportunity here for the Skyhawks. PJ Young's going to fire it back out to JP Schilling to reset. And that's going to be a turnover here for the Skyhawks. And they're going to call a foul down low here on JP Schilling. More foul trouble here for the Skyhawks. First free throw here is off for Southeastern. A couple more subs coming in for Skyhawks. Side block coming in here for the Skyhawks. He's their second leading scorer so far of the year. He's usually a key bench leader so far in the season. Risky pass there by Quay Andrews to get it to Boots Perkins there in the middle, just off his fingertips, and was able to get to Boots Perkins, but that's going to be deflected out of bounds to Boots Perkins past the side block for the open three. Deflection here. JP Schilling's going to be able to pick it up though. Swing past the Boots Perkins. And that one for him is good. That's his first three of the second half. He's been off tonight, but maybe that'll start a fire underneath him and get his hand hot. Good deflection there by Sideblaw on defense. They're going to have to take a mid-range shot here. Fight here for the rebound. Blackhawks will end up with it. Nice little up and under, and it's going to get dunked over there over Jermaine Jones. Jermaine Jones made a business decision here on that one. Deflection here, and they're going to say number one here off of Southeastern. Isaiah Heisen pushed Boots Perkins to the ground. Blackhawks slowly clawing their way back into the game. Lead was 20, now it's back down to 15. JP Schilling's going to take a three here. And they're going to call a foul down low here on Prophet Fields as he was hugging Joseph Dang-Lute to stop the offensive rebound. Good ball movement here by Skyhawks. They'll get to Boots Perkins in the corner, who will fire three. And that will be good for him. Back-to-back threes here for Boots Perkins. He's now up to 14 points in the game. Him and Carlos Perez are the leading scorers of the game so far off of both teams. Quay Andrews fights down low. JP Schilling comes behind and gets a block. Good defense there by him. Still showing his defensive impact so far. Shot here, and that one will fall there for Blackhawks. And there'll be a timeout here for Southeastern. Going back to even game here. Both teams throwing shots at each other on the offensive and defensive end. But Skyhawks are still up 15 points here with only 9.5 minutes left to go in the game. Sauk Valley's going to start with the ball here out of the timeout. JP Schilling's going to get it. Give it to Boots Perkins, who's going to dribble across half court easy. Quay Andrews going to take a wide open three out the fast break. Fight for a rebound. Side block's going to get it and pass it back out. Boots Perkins going to take it himself, give it to Quay Andrews, who's going to get a nice little mid-range, and that'll be good for him for his second chance points there. Good hustle by side block to get the offensive rebound to get that, to allow for those second chance points. 9 minutes left to go in the game. Lead is still at 17. Three seconds on the shot clock. They'll have to take that contested fadeaway, and they'll hit that one. And JP Schilling will drive across half court here. Quay Andrews going to drive here. Boots Perkins thinks about the three, and that one's going to be off for him. Joseph Dangluth will get it down low off the size advantage that from his defender, Prophet Fields. Massive size advantage there. Boots Perkins almost gets the foul down low, or almost gets the steal down low, but that's going to be called a foul. Blackhawk on a little bit of a run now, or the Blackhawks are on a little bit of a run now, cutting the lead back down to 9. A little confusion at the scorer's table, as there was the wrong score on the scoreboard for a while, but it seems to be fixed. Free throw from Prophet Fields is good. JP Schilling got trapped in a corner, but it was smart throw off the defender's legs as it goes back out of bounds. That's when it gets tipped out of bounds again and stays towards Skyhawks. Blackhawks are really putting the pressure here on the defensive end as H.A. Sharp is going to take his second timeout of the game. Blackhawks have crawled their way back in slowly and now cut the lead down to 8. This full court pressure has really seemed to shook the Skyhawks so far here in the second half, as during the first half they didn't have any problems with it. Massive comeback in the happenings here for the Blackhawks. The lead was up to 18 at one point, and now they've cut it back down to just 8. It's just under 8 minutes left to go in the game. Skyhawks setting what appears to be a new full court style offense. And they're going to break that full court trap here easily as JP Schilling drives it across. Jermaine Jones tries to take a shot down low. Coach A.J. Sharp not happy with the no call here from the officials. $15 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Good ball movement here from the Blackhawks, just passing around the outside. That pass is going to be tipped, but it's going to be reined back in. Mid-range shot here, and Jermaine Jones is going to get the rebound. Skyhawks staying back in their motion style offense. Bruce Perkins is going to take a three, and that's 3 straight three-pointers from him on offense. He has the hot hand right now after shooting cold for the first part of the second half and towards the end of the first half. He has the lead back up now to 11. Nuke Kucha's back in the game noticeably. He has 4 fouls and is in foul trouble. So he'll have to stay clean for the rest of the game if he wants to be able to stay in. Jermaine Jones is going to get it down low and hit the reverse layup and count, but they're going to say foul was on the floor, no shot. Controversial call here from the officials. They're going to call that foul on the floor off the reverse layup here from Jermaine Jones. They're going to say the contact happened before. They're going to say contact happened before the shot went off. AJ Sharp are arguing still a good finish there from Jermaine Jones that you don't usually see. And they're going to call a hold down low here off the Blackhawks. Give the Skyhawks another opportunity. Lucky for them as their time to get the ball in bounds is definitely running out. PJ Young's going to get the ball off the inbounds. He's going to miss. Fight for a rebound though, and Nuke Kucha's going to be able to get put back. Little layup back in. The offensive rebounds has truly been what's been killing the Blackhawks so far tonight with the size advantage here for Sauk Valley. Nice little mid-range here. And that's going to be off. JP Schilling's not going to be able to get the ball in. 3-point opportunity here. And that one's going to be good for a 3-point shooter as Blackhawks are going to call another timeout for them. That's going to cut the lead back down to 10, still in double digits here as the Skyhawks went a little bit of a run to extend the lead back up to double digits. Blackhawks are definitely hoping that three off of number 22, Mr. Brady Martin, is going to help change the momentum back towards their feet. Leading scorer so far in the game is number 0 from Sauk Valley, Boots Perkins. He has 17 so far. JP Schilling picks the ball up a little early, but is able to get back to Boots. Fight for the ball. Fast break opportunity here, 4-on-2. Another 3-point opportunity here, but that one's going to be off. It's going to be tipped back in for the Blackhawks. Cut the lead back down to single digits, down to 8. Going to get trapped here. And AJ Sharp's going to get his timeout called here. Good defensive possession there for Southeastern. Five minutes left to go in the game, just about. Skyhawks still up by 8 here. But Blackhawks do seem to be gaining some momentum here off of their full court defensive traps. Appears to be that the Skyhawks are a little confused off how to break it. Coach is definitely discussing that right now down there in the huddle. Skyhawks have 3 timeouts left, and the Blackhawks have 2 timeouts left. Both teams with 5 fouls. About 5 minutes left to go in the game. Lee is still 8 here for the Skyhawks. Lee was up to 20 or 18, at one point, but Blackhawks have slowly crawled their way back into this game over the past 5 minutes. Bruce Perkins is going to drive, and he's going to try to get down low to PJ Young, but they're going to call a foul here on the drive. Fight here for the inbounds. They'll get into Boots Perkins. Southeastern has really shapen up their defense so far in the past 5-6 minutes, playing tough man-to-man. Skyhawks definitely not used to this defensive pressure. Boots Perkins is going to get down low. Jermaine Jones, who's going to get in for a nice little layup to extend the lead back up to double digits. 4.5 minutes left to go in the game. Clock is definitely here on the Skyhawk side as there's 4 minutes left to go in the game, just about. 4:10. Good defense there from Boots Perkins as the wild shot is thrown. Blackhawks setting back into their full court style trap. JP Schilling's going to get it back, and he'll get it back across half court. Definitely see some slower side of offense here from the Skyhawks. Clock is on their side. Just blitz here. JP Schilling's going to fire a long-range three. That one's going to be up. A good offensive rebound here by Anu Kucha, and he'll get it back to JP Schilling. Southeastern cannot be allowing offensive rebounds like that if they want to come back in this game. 7 seconds left. 5 seconds. He's going to try to cross-court pass it there to Jermaine Jones, but that one's going to be way over his head. Both teams here seeming to feel a pressure of the situation. Lee is still at double digits with 10, but is still easily attainable here for the Blackhawks. Blackhawks pass around, good ball movement here by them. They'll get into the middle and get a nice little layup here. Quay Andrews going to give it back to JP Schilling, get it across half court. Quay Andrews is going to line up an early three. And now let's go ahead. Big three here from Quay Andrews to extend the lead back to 11 and double digits. Seems like the Blackhawks are hunting for a three-point shot here to get back in the game. Good defense there by PJ Young, but the Blackhawks are going to be able to get the ball back and get a nice little easy layup. Boots Perkins is going to drive, give it back to JP Schilling. JP Schilling letting the clock run down here. He's going to receive a screen from Jermaine Jones. He's going to pick up the ball early. 8 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Skyhawks have to get a shot, but they're going to say Quay Andrews stepped out of bounds. The lead is still at 9, still very obtainable here for the Blackhawks here. They're going to have to get some momentum going here, though. This is a must basket here. They're going to take a nice little mid-range, and that one's going to be short as PJ Young pulls in the rebound. Skyhawks have a chance here to waste a bunch of clock off to get only about a minute left to go in the game. Quay Andrews is going to line up a three, and that could be the dagger here as he extends the lead back to 12. I'll make 11 points here for Quay Andrews. He's the third leading scorer here for the Skyhawks. Southeastern is going to call one of their last timeouts of the game. Lead is back up to 12 here. That might have been the dagger there for the Skyhawks. They've been able to handle the pressure back now well again off of their new full court press breaker. Definitely something that was just drawn up, and it has worked. Boots Perkins and JP Schilling have looked very comfortable alongside Quay Andrews being able to bring the ball back up across half court. Minute 25 left to go in the game. 12-point lead how for the Skyhawks. Southeastern still does have a chance here, but this is a must-make basket for them. Almost need a three-point shot here to bring the lead back down below double digits. Skyhawks have transitioned back into a man-style offense to add a little bit more defensive pressure. Good defense there by Boots Perkins, but Southeastern's going to be able to rattle in a shot. Bad pass there by Boots Perkins. That'll be a turnover that you don't want to see if you're the Skyhawks. They're going to get a three-point opportunity here, and that's going to be a fight for the rebound. And they're going to say that's Sauk Valley ball. Officials conferring. And they're going to say it's Blackhawk ball here. Good chance here for them as the new coach is going to come back in to help add some defensive pressure. Inbound pass is good. He's going to drive, kick to the other side of the court. A new Kucha is going to fall for the pump fake. And that shot's going to be off. Fight for a rebound. They're going to get another offensive rebound here. Another three-point shot, and that one's off. Another offensive rebound. That three-point shot is off here. And that's most likely going to be the end of the game here as they're going to foul Boots Perkins here down low. Bad defensive possession there by the Skyhawks, allowing several offensive rebounds. But the Blackhawks, Southeastern, just could not capitalize and hit a three-point shot. First free throw there by Boots Perkins is good. That's going to extend his points up to 18 points. His second one is off, though. .24 seconds left to go in the game, and there's going to be a hard foul there by Anu Kucha. He's going to foul out here. That's going to be his fifth foul. Jermaine Jones is going to come back in. Lead is still at 11. Skyhawks just need to have a good defensive possession here, and the game will be over. Blackhawks are going to inbound in, fire off a quick three. That one's going to be out, but there'll be a nice little putback dunk there for them. Clock will stop here, and they're going to foul JP Schilling here on the inbounds. His JP Schilling's free throw is going to be off. Not something you see often here from him. Blackhawks need a quick three-point shot here. They're going to get it dunked down low, though. That's going to leave 6.5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Blackhawks going to take their final timeout of the game, I believe. Game is now pretty much unachievable here for the Blackhawks to come back. 6.5 seconds left to go in the game with a 7-point lead here for the Skyhawks. Skyhawks just need to be able to inbound it here and be able to hit their free throws, and it's guaranteed over. Skyhawks need to get the ball in here. They're going to get down Boots Perkins. They're going to need to foul him down here, down low, and he'll go back to the line for two. 3.9 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Boots Perkins' first free throw is good. That puts him at 19 points for the game. His second free throw is good. That puts him at 20 points for the game. That's a season high so far for him. 2 seconds left to go. They'll fire off a three, and that won't be off. And that'll be the game. Skyhawks now on a 4-game win streak as they survive the Blackhawk run here late in the second half. Leading scorer for the game is Boots Perkins with 20. Second leading scorer for the game is Carlos Perez, who sat the second half due to what appears to be some knee injury. Southeastern is going to drop to 4-6 on the season, while Sauk Valley is going to climb back up to 5-4. And they started the season off 1-4. So that is now a good low win streak going on for them, as they definitely want to continue going on throughout the next couple weeks. This is Mitchell Johnson signing off from Russ Dam Half Court, and have a good night.